Hello and welcome to your Mystic Monday mashup video for the week of December 10th through the 16th. So if you are unfamiliar with this Mystic Monday mashup offering, we will start with 2 cards to represent the energy and the advice of the week. These cards apply to everyone watching this video. And then we'll dive into the choice of 3 Fuzzy Prism Oracle cards, which is going to dictate your individual coping mechanism for the week ahead. So without further ado, let's dive into the energy of the week as dictated by the Wild Unknown Tarot. So our first card for this week is the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups is coming in with a little bit of energy of getting the wind knocked out of your sails. The 4 of Cups is really a card of a need for a shift in perspective. You have plenty of things to be grateful for, but you are having a tendency to look at the 1 or 2 things in your life that aren't going well and focusing on that rather than focusing on everything that you have to be grateful for. The 4 of Cups is a card that I always like to remind others of the law of attraction. What you think becomes your reality. So if you are constantly looking at the lack in your life, you will start to see nothing but lack and attract nothing but lack to your experience. You have the power to shift your perspective anytime you wish. If there's something that's making you feel a little out of sorts and a little ungrateful, it's time to put that on pause. Stop focusing on that for a little bit and start to focus on the things in your life that are going well. Focus on the relationships that are there to support you. Focus on the abundance in your life that you've already created and how far you've come from wherever it is that you want to go back to, because we are all growing, we are all developing, we are all moving forward, and sometimes we forget to give ourselves credit for that movement. So piggybacking off of that energy of the week is our advice card, which so perfectly suits the law of attraction, because our advice for the week is the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is a card of an abundance of blessings and love. So essentially, I love the way these 2 cards are kind of playing with each other, because it's almost like the universe has a little bit of sense of humor about our drama this week. Because here we are thinking, woe is me, I don't have this thing that I want. And then the universe is coming in with this advice of, oh my God, you are so blessed. Look at all these amazing gifts we've given you. So I know it's not Christmas time yet or the holiday gift giving season, but it's really a great time to remember that you shouldn't sulk over the 1 gift that you haven't gotten when you are surrounded by riches that you've just unwrapped. So take a look at those riches this week. Take a look at the gifts that are surrounding you. And I'm guessing that they're closer than you think. So my favorite way to get out of this 4 of Cups rut is to start a gratitude practice. And I've said this in previous videos, but because I fall in the same trap over and over again, I always like to remind you that when you're doing a gratitude list, it's about the feeling behind what you're grateful for. It's not about the actual things you're listing. So you could be creating huge and amazing, life-changing gratitude shifts in your life. But if you're making your gratitude list as if you're just rattling off a grocery list, you're still not gonna get the energy behind that gratitude that you need to manifest more amazing things. So it's almost even better to start with the small things that you maybe don't look at every day or you don't feel obligated to feel grateful for, because sometimes those are the easier ones to get behind the feeling. So a lot of times my gratitude is about how cozy my bed is when I wake up and start these gratitude lists, or how warm the cat cuddling up in my lap is that day, and really get behind the sensations that you're feeling, whether it be physically or emotionally, when you think of these things that you're grateful for. So I recommend listing what you're grateful for and maybe up to 3 reasons why you're grateful for that thing, because this allows you to get into the feel, the emotion behind the gratitude, rather than listing the things that you think you should be grateful for without actually feeling that emotion. Because feeling the emotion is what's key to creating more energy and drawing those manifestations towards you. So now that we know the energy and advice for the week ahead, we are going to dive into the Fuzzy Prism Oracle deck. If you have not chosen your personal card for this week from my Instagram over at Michelle Shea, you can look at the following image to select your card. Got your card? Okay, so we're gonna dive into these cards, and they are gonna be much more individualized than that Ace of Cups. So we know that we're supposed to be grateful this week. We know that we're supposed to shift our focus away from what we're lacking and onto what we have and the abundance in our life. But these cards are going to dictate how you're going to play that game. So if you pick card number 1, the card to the left of the screen, your oracle card for this week is Risk. So this card is really calling out for recognizing the risks that you've taken in your life and how they've panned out. Whether they've panned out fabulously and exactly how you planned or not how you planned, it's a really good week to be grateful for the things that have led you up to your current circumstance. Because a lot of times when we look back at our risks, even the things that feel like they were failures, in retrospect actually become blessings because they lead us to something better. In the world of manifestations, you always want to keep your ideal future open because it's always going to be this or something better. So you can have your dream job, your dream lover, your dream house in your mind, but also recognize that the universe can put even better things into your path than you might have ever known to expect. So sometimes when we look back at these risks, we realize that the things that we perceived as failures turned out to be blessings. And I think that those of you that have chosen this card may need a few moments to find that appreciation for the way that the risks have panned out in your life. Because once you realize that even your failures brought you to a better place, you start to let go of your fear around failure. Because then you know that even if it seems like you're failing in the moment, there's something better ahead for you. So by analyzing your past risks and finding gratitude for where they brought you, you will find a more open and easy energy around any current or future risks that you want to take to call your manifestations into your life. If you pick card number 2, the card to the center of your screen, your oracle card this week is Shea. So the Shea card is really coming in with some advice on how to pull yourself out of that rut that you're feeling like you're in. It can get easy to get caught up in the mundane or the things that you feel that are missing in your life and start to sort of wallow or spin out in your mind. And this is when I personally like to call into mind one of my favorite quotes, which is, if you are feeling helpless, help someone. Because it's amazing what happens when you take the focus off of yourself for a moment and on to helping someone near and dear to you. Because ultimately, when we are spinning out of control, it's almost because we're spending too much time thinking of our problems. And like I said before, if you're trying to get off that topic, think of something else. So if you can't find something else in your life that you can focus on that makes you feel grateful and that shifts your energy, take a break from your problems and call up a friend and ask them how they're doing. Ask them if you can help with anything. Because we all have something going on in our lives. So sometimes that's the benefit of that phone call. Even if you're not going to be able to do anything grand to help them, first of all, just by allowing them to talk about their problems, it's going to move some energy. But it's also really great to listen to someone else's problems because you recognize that you're not alone. We are all going through something at any given moment in our lives, and it creates a sense of community. And we don't want to wallow in those problems together, but we also want to recognize that we're not alone. And so it's a really good week to reach out to someone else and ask what you can do for them. How can you send them love? How can you share your support and share your energy with them? And by doing so, you will always feel better about your own situation as you help someone else. If you pick card number 3, the card to the right of the screen, your oracle card this week is Embrace. So this Embrace card is really calling back to that energy of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is all about reaching out and finding the love and embracing the love in your life. So I would say that this card might mean to literally embrace someone that you care about this week. When you are feeling discontent, when you get caught up in the feelings of lack, reach out to someone and give a hug or ask for a hug. And it's more than likely that the person that you ask for a hug from is going to benefit from it as well. I believe that hugs cure lots of ills, so if you are not hesitant about that, please reach out and ask someone for a hug. But if that's not your thing this week, I would say to ask for an energetic hug from someone. And this can be asking for the universe to send you a hug. Sometimes that's just an amazing rush of energy to sit in meditation and ask for higher beings, guides, angels, your higher self, whatever it is you believe in, to send you a hug energy, and that can feel really uplifting and really comforting. Or you can ask a friend, a family member, or someone close to you to just send you some good vibes, because that's essentially an energetic hug. And allow yourself to receive those things. So that's a lot about the Four of Cups this week, is recognizing the good that's showing up in your life rather than looking at the bad. So really open yourself up to whatever embrace it is that you're giving or receiving this week, and recognize it for the value that it holds. So I hope that this reading has served you well this week. If you would like more, you can always head over to my little internet hub, michellesheawalker.com, to see all that I have to offer there. If you are interested in learning more about finding your intuition through becoming a healer and reaching out to others and helping others, particularly if you have that middle card or that third card, I do have a Reiki Level 1 training coming up in Chicago this Sunday, so the 16th of December. So if you're interested in that, head over to michellesheawalker.com/workshops to find out more information. And if you're not in Chicago, know that I have online Reiki trainings coming up. So leave a comment below if you're excited for that, and I will keep you posted as things develop. And as always, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button below, because they happen every week, and I would love to see you back for more.